How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Good morning and good morning, Houston. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and yes, I have been busy, 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 a busy bee, putting together, a new series. We are going to finish with Saturn the Saturn series, you know, finally, right? Uh, and then, of course, my birthday is this week. My birthday is this week. You know, my apartment or my duplex is still being fixed, still being renovated. You know, it's taking forever, and it's a fortune. And then me being in this hotel and then spending a fortune. Already been 3 months. So I've been looking for other properties. Because just in case, because there's nothing is happening. We ain't a retrograde. That's 30 days plus 2 weeks of the shadow. Oh my God. I tell you, I can use that inheritance money right now, right? Once the courts decide that I get it and I get my house and everything like that has been taken from me and they unfreeze the account, right? Oh, this has been quite a drama. But yeah, so hopefully, if the gods permit, this will be over before the actual day of my birthday. Otherwise, I'll have to celebrate it, either here in the hotel or maybe take a short trip somewhere, maybe to New Orleans or go back to Mexico. I really like Mexico. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm expecting some, birthday gifts, birthday donations. Your uncle has a hustle now. So listen, guys. One of the things, when it comes to doing my work, I feel like I've reached a plateau. Good morning, guys. Oh my God, you guys are up, really? Oh my God. I feel I catch over that nobody can catch me live because the sun is almost rising, and it is so I want you to capture it after you get up, do what you do in the morning to get ready to go to work, go to school, and then you see the video. But by then it'll be not live. But I always get caught out there, don't I? Huh? You guys are always up and out and about, just like me. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you guys know that. Let me rate this a little higher. I don't know if you guys know that um, a couple of weeks ago, NASA, either through Cape Canaveral, right, or through Houston, right? I don't know which of the two. I have to look it up again. That another mission to the moon was launched. Now remember, I don't know if you remember me telling you that the United States, after Apollo 17, went up to the moon. 17, that's 178, Scorpio, right? Interesting. After that mission, the United States made a worldwide declaration that no country is to go back to the moon. No explanation was given as to why. Now, I told you guys, a few years ago, probably through YouTube, that there are alien beings there. And I explained to you through my anthropological series, right? I hope many of you have read them. I really don't think many of you have read my anthropological uh, series, my thesis that I wrote when I was at Columbia postgraduate on anthropology. And I discussed in graphic detail, the situation with our moon and why and how the moon came about and how these beings came about and why our moon was separated. And the moon used to be part of the earth, was the gods separated because these beings that were developing too quickly, too fast, eating and encroaching on humanity's side to develop. So it was a threat to humanity in the making. So it had to be separated. Even though these beings are inferior in the grand scheme and hierarchy of other beings, they are superior when it comes to our development. We are created from dust, right? The lowest vibration of matter. Huh? So compared to these beings, we are inferior. But compared to the rest of the categories of other beings throughout the cosmos, they are inferior and they are what we call stragglers. These are beings that have fallen behind in their evolutionary process of their own globes. Okay? It's something that I talk in detail in my anthropological series. And yes, it is difficult read. It is difficult read. It is difficult literature. This is postgraduate work. There's a lot there that you have to reread and reread and reread, which is why I've decided to do a video instead for the millennials, to break it down visually, right? Um, we never got an answer from government, as to why we were not allowed to go back to the moon. Neil Armstrong was interviewed years later and under a what is it a disclaimer act. I forgot what it's called, where you sign not to speak about what you've experienced or witnessed. I forgot the term, but and a lot of these astronauts had to sign that and keep a veil of silence as to not to discuss what they saw up there. And isn't it interesting that after 50 years, over 50 years, because it happened in 1965, 1967. I was born in 1967, and I'm 54 years old, so we're talking about over 50 years ago, okay? And we have now come back. We haven't gone back. All of a sudden, we're going back. Why are we going back when it was such a hush-hush thing? Why the fuck are we going back when there was a declaration that we are not to return? Well, ladies and gentlemen, do I have some news for you? I have footage from YouTube. Now, understand that before I show you this footage, I researched it myself to make sure that it's not a hoax, it's not a fraud. I told you some of these people who do these documentaries were professors of mine at Columbia University, because some of these things come from Columbia University, some of these documents, right? And Caltech and other types of these schools, premier schools that deal with aeronautics and space science. So I'm making sure that this is no hoax and this is no bullshit, because I have been following this story for years. And then when I told you about, the book of Revelation and how the moon will blow up 1/3 and fall on the earth and do you know that they're just starting to talk about that? They're just now starting to talk about that. So talk is cheap. Let me show you. Hold on 1 second. Talk is cheap. Let me show you.
50 seconds. I saw this illumination that was moving with respect to the stars. We were smart enough to not say, Houston, there's a light out there that's following us. So technically, it becomes an unidentified flying object. While Neil and Buzz were on the lunar surface, Neil switched to the medical channel and spoke directly with the chief medical officer, saying, they're here, they're parked on the side of the crater, they're watching us. I spotted a lot of stuff that seemed to not belong on the moon. And it has very distinct features of a satellite dish. It's got the dish itself, the crater shape. It's got a long spike that it's come out of the middle. All sorts of stuff that looks exactly like a satellite dish on Earth looks. There's an interesting picture on the moon that does appear to show something that could be a bridge, maybe a pipe, could be an inching worm. Taco Cabana is your margarita headquarters. Order online for pickup, get them in our drive-thru, or relax. I have no doubt that extraterrestrials could very well have populated or made structures on the far side of the moon. The reaction of numerous space defense officials was fear and astonishment. And it would make sense that governments and military agencies might well be quaking in their boots, wondering who's built these structures, where are they from, what do they want? There's one object that reminds people of a cooling tower from a nuclear power plant. Any species that could travel through the stars enough to put a base on the moon wouldn't have to blink before they could take care of us.
The other thing that is inside this lunar module looks like a woman, and this is the alien that they recovered from the ship. There was a study done by the Brookings Institute in the early 1960s, so before NASA went to the moon. There was sort of this idea that if we were to have any kind of interaction with alien life form or intelligence, that maybe we should tell the public because the public might not be able to handle it.
As the 45th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission to the moon dawns, there are many mysteries about
45 years
that remain unsolved. What did the astronauts actually encounter there? And what made NASA stop going back to the moon after Apollo 17? Is there evidence of an alien presence on the moon?
They told them that they don't want them back.
These startling photographs, recently discovered in NASA's official archive, were taken by the Apollo astronauts themselves. The gigantic artificial-looking structures they document, which have never been shown on television before, seem to defy simple scientific explanation. Could this be a nuclear power plant of some kind? A massive satellite dish trained on Earth? Even an alien fortress? We took the pictures to some of the brightest people of our world, and nobody can say for sure what these structures represent. Military experts tell us that if there is an alien base on the moon, it poses a serious threat to humanity. Tonight, we'll examine all the evidence. We'll attempt to determine if such an alien menace exists. And we'll investigate the baffling case of Apollo 20. Could this really be a female alien recovered during a secret mission to the moon just a few years after the Apollo program supposedly ended? You decide for yourself as we investigate aliens on the moon, the truth exposed.
So now, I do believe that they have recovered something. I do believe that they have recovered some kind of being. I don't believe it's that, it didn't ring true to me. But the Bible does say that these beings look human. It does say that. It does say that. So we cannot discount it. But something made the United States make a declaration not to return to the moon, and other countries too. Now, remember, in the 1960s, we were in a Cold War with Russia, right? And the United States. two superpowers. Russia was an enemy of the United States and didn't give a shit what we had to say about anything. And even Russia agreed with the United States. It was the only time in history where the two superpowers came into agreement not to return to the moon and not allow any other country to go up there either. Something spooked them not to return. And my own archives tell me, no, we don't want you up there. We don't want you up there. This is the reason why the moon was separated from the earth. Okay, you got your planet, we got ours. You cannot come up here. No, this is real shit, guys. I don't know how you guys are going to absorb this. I don't want you to think that I'm crazy and this is all in my head. This video got 2,400,067 views. So this is a lot. This is more common than people think. Right? Now, let me see. Let's see. What is your opinion about it? What is your opinion about it? I can't show you the full thing because it's YouTube, but you can go to the link, right? And go to it and watch the rest for yourselves. It's fascinating footage of actual beings and stuff. And remember Ezekiel? I show you the Ezekiel, right? That the vessel that we got a metallic man inside with the 4B. They show you the same thing. They show you the same thing. It almost feels like I plagiarized them. When I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, the same image I showed you, they have it. Now tell me. And I'm a private citizen. What the fuck? NASA ain't gonna let me go in there. There are no websites in NASA or on YouTube where this could have been replicated. Okay? So the fact that I got this download and it looks exactly like classified images that they got lets me know that I am right. And they are communicating with us. Again, no different than Ezekiel, Jonah, Daniel. Nothing is new under the sun. So they are communicating to the priests, like myself, like Enoch, like Ezekiel, like Aaron, like Moses. We are no different yesterday or today. So and they're like, listen, we don't want you bitches up here. You fucked up your own planet with your nuclear bullshit. You ain't gonna come up here and do that here. And these beings are aggressive. They're aggressive. So it's fierce. I just, I figured sooner or later I gotta show you something. I gotta show you something other than just my own voice, other than my own account. So, all right. So let's see. Well, let me hear the opinion of some of you. What do you got? Some of you gotta say. Thank you, Melissa Smith. Yeah, Pluto Cave. I lied. Yes, I lied about being in New York and being in Mexico because I gotta fool the hitman. I gotta dodge the hitman. So yeah, I lied about it. I don't apologize for it. You can't say where you are. Finally, I got smart and turned off the GPS. So yes, I'm still doing it. I'm still lying about where I am and doing decoy. You gotta dodge that hitman. No apologies here. Thank you, Mike Snyder. Non-disclosure agreement. Thank you. Yeah, and that's right, Rosalind Bonaparte. They never did go to the moon in the first place, but they got there real close. real close. They could not. I think what happened was, see, what had happened was, I think that upon landing or trying to land, because to land on the moon, you gotta orbit and then land down. There's a way to land, right? It's not as easy as when you leave a planet. It's a little bit more complicated when you land on a planet because of the rotation of that planet, and it has to be in sync with there has to be certain alignments. And I think they're like, look, bitch, you ain't coming here. It's almost like they came out and made their presence known. And when NASA went, oh no, and turned right back and came right back, and then made a hoax saying that they landed on the moon because the United States didn't want to seem foolish. Remember, we were competing with Russia, which had already gone up there to Sputnik. Don't forget, they were really up there, not on the moon, but they were orbiting up there. In the United States, that's what made us go into the space age, because Russia had already the technology to be up there before we did. That's something that the United States doesn't want to admit. That's what caused that. Yes, that boy, yes, Jehovah is a lunar deity, and the moon is associated with Jehovah. Yes, that's correct. Doing Ms. Farmer is doing administrative work. She's not the one that's in the front or the face. She's in the back and does the administrative and puts everything together. I hope you were able to see the footage. I have no idea when they're coming, Daniela. Okay, it's animation of fire. I always tell friends that alien things can be made up things. The mind has to see something first, to to imagine other things, for us to fictionalize it, like those movies. I'm sorry that you couldn't see it, but I hope you were able to hear it. Okay, and you can go to those footage, and you can go and get the there's the link, and look at it and see what you think about it. But I thought it was amazing that that video came out, and I just need to show you that. I just need to show you that. Alrighty, guys, thank you. On this Thursday morning, uh, I will come back and finish Saturn in Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. I leave it there for a day or two, and then move it to Rachel for specific and specialized content, and then continue on with Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. All right, guys. So yeah, I just figured I show you that because it was quite compelling. I mean, quite compelling indeed. Okay, guys. Enjoy your work. If you're going to work, have a good day at work, or if you're going to go to school, enjoy yourselves. And and if you have some free time, continue watching my videos or get a reading. Uh, Ciao.